sewing friends, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. Today it's Friday sewing school and we are beginning our journey with knits. Last week I did a video giving a bunch of tips on how to sew with knits, so if you have not watched that yet, please go back, stop right now, go back and watch that one. We're going to start today on the t-shirt pattern. The one that I have chosen is the classic tee from Love Notions. Does not mean that that's the one you have to use. It is a very great pattern though. Love Notions patterns, one of the things I really like about them is that this pattern has a standard and a full bust option, so you can choose whichever one suits you. And I think that's nice at this point. Learning how to do a full bust adjustment is not difficult, but at this point in learning to sew, I think you would be better off just buying a pattern that already has that adjustment done. We will learn how to do that eventually, but it's nice to have a pattern that's already accommodated that. All right, so basically what you're going to need, sorry, my fan is blowing my papers today. So your fabric requirements for just a short sleeve tee, you need 1 1/8. And honestly, I just cut it out, mine, a few minutes ago. I got it out of a yard. So if you play pattern Tetris a little bit, make the pieces fit, you sometimes can. Mine was even a stripe, so I'm using this Liverpool, very lightweight Liverpool. It's a Liverpool texture, but it's lightweight, like more of a t-shirt type weight. That's what I'm using. Feel free to just find any stretchy knit that you find. One thing about knits that you're going to find is that the edges curl, and we'll in a moment I'm going to give you some tips on how to deal with that. So you definitely are going to need your pattern weights, because you cannot cut knits out very easily without pattern weights. They're just necessary, because if you even to lift up and cut with your scissors will stretch the knit. So definitely use your pattern weights. I got these back in high school from Stretch and Sew. That's how long I've had them. But there are all kinds of pattern weights out there, and I will link some below. You're going to need some either clear elastic or stay tape for the shoulders. You don't need very much, maybe about that much is all you need. I buy clear elastic by the roll. I have a number of uses with it, so I keep it on hand all the time. It's a handy thing to have. You're going to need your paper scissors to cut out your pattern, and your tape if you're taping together versus sending it to a copy shop. You're going to need your tape. There are a number of free t-shirt patterns out there online you can search for if you don't want to use this one. I like this one. I think it's worth the money, but feel free to search out for a different pattern. They're pretty much all the same. The differences would be in the neck binding. This one has bands, some of them have binding. The principles in applying are the same, but if you choose one that has bands, you'll be able to follow along with me better. Hope that makes sense. You're also going to need your matching thread and ballpoint needles for your knits. All right, so I talked about how knits curl. Okay, one thing you can do is starch them so that they don't curl on you. I don't find it to be too much of a problem as just go along and pin and then kind of hold it as it's going through the machine. I don't find it to be too much of an issue for me, but this one isn't as curly as some. So if you find your knit is really curly, go ahead and just starch the seams, and that will help you out a lot. Of course, you'll have to wash it when you're done making it, but it will help you. All right, so you'll need to pick your size, and you'll go by your measurements that you took when you did the Candace dress, or you can start fresh. Sometimes we fluctuate in our weight, so it's a good idea to measure yourself again every now and then. So I'm making the extra large because I happen to know that fits me really well. And then I'm going to do a narrow shoulder adjustment because my upper bust is much smaller in my shoulders than the rest of me. Now, based on my upper bust measurement, I should make a large. The problem with that is that all the way down, I'm an extra large. So I am opting to do that and then adjust the upper part down. Now, you can do the opposite, whatever works. You learn your body and then you'll know what the best way to do for you. But normally you would choose by your upper bust measurement. But I know this about my body, so I chose up and then narrow shoulder adjustment. Now, if you'd like to know how to do a narrow shoulder adjustment, I can demonstrate that to you. Just let me know in the comments, and I can show you guys how to do that. It's super easy. It's basically just taking the arm size from the larger size, putting it onto the smaller size neckline, and that's it. I mean, it's super easy. All right, so that's what you're gonna wanna do. You have the option of making the full bust version as well. And that's it. There's just 5 pieces to this pattern. The sleeves, and then the neckband, and then the front and back. It does not take very long to make. I will demonstrate putting it basically together next week, and then we will do the finishing the following week, and we'll have a t-shirt. Definitely go back and watch that video about knits. It will help you in your, if this is the first time you've sewn with knits, take heart. It's not that hard. Remember to don't use a straight stitch on knits. Use a narrow zigzag stitch, even with a regular machine, or you can use a serger, either one. But a narrow zigzag stitch on a normal machine will work just fine. So I'm looking forward to all of your makes. I hope you post them on Friday Sewing School hashtag on Instagram so I can see them. And yeah, I would love to see also your fabric. Post your fabric so I can see what you've chosen. Please post your questions down below. If you'd like to know how to do that narrow shoulder adjustment, let me know. I don't know that there's that many people in the world that are shaped like me. So if you're a person whose necklines always fall one way or the other, or they gape right here, and you want to know how to do that, how to get rid of that, let me know, and I will add that into a video here. Maybe I can add that in next week. So don't cut into your fabric. If you have that problem, normally don't cut into your fabric until I show you. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna cut out your pattern. If you see, I have some pictures here of how I have it laid out. I am matching stripes, which is probably not a good choice if it's your first time to sew a t-shirt. So I will refrain from saying too much about that at this point, but it's not that difficult really. So I'm matching stripes, and I am excited to wear this t-shirt with white pants. So it's a short video this week because I have a lot of other things in the works that I have planned. Next week is going to be a week of 3 videos. Tuesday will be all about the Summer Basics pattern by Love Notions. Wednesday will be part of a collaboration that I'm doing with Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery, a dress that we're anxious to show y'all. We both have made the dress. We have different body types, different fabric choices, and it should show you how those fabric choices and things make a difference, and how things look on different body types. And also next Friday then we'll have the constructing the t-shirt. Somewhere in there I have been having a lot of requests for this. I have filmed already how to put in a set-in sleeve with clear elastic. I've had a lot of requests for that technique. So I have already filmed it when I made that guitar shirt, if you saw that on Tuesday for my husband, I actually filmed one of the sleeves going in so that I could demonstrate that. So I may go ahead and just release that as a separate video, just, you know, for those that would like to know how to do a set-in sleeve with clear elastic, because a lot of people have asked me for that. It's so easy, it will blow your mind. So very, I hated set-in sleeves until I learned how to do that. So I kind of stumbled across it one day and thought, what if? And it just works beautifully. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. That's going to be it for today, just a short one. So I will see you next week. Choose your t-shirt fabric and be ready to sew next week. Happy sewing!